Night is still nighting over Gazler Castle, and our girls have an unexpected guest.
Thought I heard voices.
Crikey, there's a man.
Where'd he come from?
You must be our new tour guides.
Either Debs has far more range than we gave her credit for, or you're somebody new.
Tour guides? He thinks we're tour guides.
The very idea. He looks tasty. I like his clipboard. Should we take him to the dungeon, Mariana?
Yes, I think that would be a suitable punishment.
For once, I agree. The sheer impertinence.
Yes, we are the new tour guides.
What?
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 What else would four attractive young things like us be doing hanging out in a drafty old castle at this time of night, eh?
Great. Thought you must be. If you wait here, I'll be right back and we'll talk you through what we need. Great costumes, by the way.
Costumes?
Perfect. Cheers, mate.
Jean, would you care to share with the group what exactly it is you think you're doing?
Think about it. If we're the tour guides, it doesn't matter if anyone finds us because we have an excuse for being here. Plus, they'll be paying us. This could be the answer to all our problems.
But a tour guide, it sounds so pedestrian.
Not at all. People looking to you for information, respecting your expertise. Nobody knows this castle like you do, Gliz.
Well, that's true.
And let's not forget, you were all worried about them closing the castle to the public the other night.
Ooh, does that mean we'll have lots of lovely fresh people to play with?
In that case, count me in.
Oh, bad lord, I'm sorry, but I cannot see this ending in any other way than disaster.
As the rightful heir to this castle, I am now in charge, and I say we're doing it.
Yay! I'm very excited to be gilding some towers.
Think you may have misheard tour guides there, Field. As Jean said, this could be the answer to all our problems. We will need to be careful, though. There are things to consider. Absolutely. Such as,
Glizelda? Don't ask me. Apparently Mariana's the one in charge now.
Well, the first thing to consider is how we're going to entrance them.
Bad grief!
I think I'd best leave that to you two. Why? You charmed Ophelia very effectively the other night.
Oh, yes. Do you want to do that again, Jeannie?
No, I really don't. Now, naturally, the next thing to consider is which nail polish to use.
You have got to be joking.
But we should also decide what to do with our prey once they've been selected and charmed. Do we lure them away from the rest of the group unnoticed? Or do we stay in the room and get a bit of voyeurism going?
For hell's sake! Firstly, what do we do if the real tour guides turn up?
Don't worry about that. There's still some space in the dungeon, isn't there, Ophelia?
Oh, yes. We are running a bit low on change, though. And hummus. You see, that's the real problem, Mariana.
The hummus?
Obviously not the hummus! If this tour company or those archaeologists were to find the real tour guides in the dungeon,
along with all your other friends,
the imposters, i.e. us, would be accused, cuffed, and exposed to daylight through some grubby police cell window before you could say Mariana has no self-control. But nobody's ever found the dungeon before. That's because nobody's ever gone looking. What if these archaeologists do a scan of the building with one of their dastardly machines and discover a great big chasm of space under the flagstones?
Yeah, they'd find some way of breaking in there if they did. I suppose. But why would they suddenly start scanning for dungeons?
I don't know, Mariana. Perhaps because one of their team has gone missing and you can hear her screams ringing out throughout the castle.
I've told you, I've quietened her down.
She was making a bit of noise a few minutes ago, Mars.
Precisely. What if that man had noticed? Granted, he didn't seem the noticing kind.
The one with the clipboard. I liked him.
Not now, Ophelia. We need that dungeon spick and span ASAP. Who knows what would happen if somebody were to find it in the state it's currently in? This could be the end of us, Mariana. I don't think you understand just how.
Fine. I'll go check on her. But I'm not clearing out the whole dungeon.
Don't you worry about that, Mars. This sounds like a job for Jean and Jean. Cleaner crew. What do you think, Liz?
Our first assignment.
On second thoughts, they're unlikely to go looking right away, so for now, maybe just make sure she's quiet and be careful to leave the dungeon door sealed and concealed.
It's my dungeon door, and when have I ever not left it sealed and concealed?
Do you really need me to list every occasion?
Fine. I'll make sure my dungeon door is sealed and concealed.
Thank you.
Does it give much information about these tours in the newspaper, Liz?
It says that there'll be 2 tours a night, one at 9 p.m. and one at midnight. Apparently they're expected to last for an hour.
That's good. Still plenty of night left for us.
Badness, the first one's scheduled for tomorrow. They certainly didn't waste any time, did they?
When a tower needs gilding, Gliz, I doubt there's much time to waste.
Apparently, due to the crumbly nature of the castle, tour-goers will need to sign a waiver as the tour operators will take no responsibility for any injuries. Crumbly nature. How dare they?
That might work in our favour, though. The odd one's bound to get nibbled.
The archaeologist is asleep and gagged, and the door is so well concealed even I'll have trouble locating it.
Thank you, Mariana. Well, I guess we're tour guides now, welcoming guests into our home. It's been quite some time since we did that.
It will be nice to see some new faces. You know, ones that aren't screaming.
I'll actually be able to pick and choose my prey, rather than having to take whatever occasional stragglers wandered in here after dark.
I can finally show off the new dress Marjorie the mannequin knitted for me. She's my deepest, darkest secret that I'll never willingly...
And I can converse with people who aren't you 3.
Sorry to keep you waiting, ladies. Thanks for agreeing to do this on such short notice. If you'd like to come with me, then I'll show you what we have in mind.
Can I show you what I have in my mind? It's mostly aeronautics.
Right. Did they tell you that the first tour's tomorrow? We know that doesn't give you much time to prepare, but we wanted to get this launched while Garsley's still in the news.
Don't you worry. Nobody knows more about the history of this castle than we do.
Ah, then I take it you know all about the vampire legends associated with this place.
Oh, we're extremely well versed in those.
Total nonsense, of course.
Of course. Whoever would believe in vampires?
I Like His Clipboard was written and performed by Deb Swardle, with Ted Huggins as the man. This episode was produced by Ted Huggins, with music by Shane Ivers at silvermansound.com and additional effects from freesound.org, zapsplat.com and Epidemic Sounds.